Hi, welcome back and welcome to another reading. This will be the general reading for those of you who have a Libra sun, moon, or rising. And if you don't have one of those placements and it's a title or the thumbnail that led you to click onto this video, then I encourage you to stick around. There may be something here for you, something that you can take away from this. My intention is that this is helpful. We're not going to put a timeline on it. I'm doing it mid-October, so this could be, relevant to what's going on right now. But we're not going to put a timeline on it. If it helps, it helps whenever it's meant to, right? Libra, Libra, Libra. You know that kind of love that is so sweet and so gentle and so new. That grade school crush, and all the happy feelings that come with it. Like a virgin, touch for the very first time. Like a virgin, with your heartbeat next to mine. So it's very that puppy love. Reads like infatuation. I think that those crushes are, if you try to talk to someone else about it, it's not that they don't understand. Well, maybe it is, maybe they haven't experienced it, but I would think that most have experienced that type of infatuation at one point in their life. But the point I'm trying to get to is, if you try to talk to them about it, they kind of dismiss it as something that's not that serious, something that's not real or not deep, something that's not star-crossed. You're familiar with its deepness. You're very aware of its importance in your life, and it's not so easily written off by you. You take it seriously. No matter how scary it is at times. They don't call it falling for anything. And I don't mean to sound trite when I say that, but the truth is that it is risky business to share these intimate and private parts of yourselves with someone else. It requires a element of trust It requires a certain amount of sincerity and willingness to throw yourself into it, to let yourself go through with it. So it's not easy. Sure, it's exhilarating and it's fun, but easy is not something that it is. Why is there this kind of like skittishness surrounding it, or why do you it feels so good and it's so much fun? Are you worried about losing that? Are you worried about no longer having that? That it's gonna get stale? That it's not gonna be the same? It feels like anything can happen and like you maybe don't have a lot of control over how this is gonna go. Why? Because you've maybe attached a lot of value to this. You've attached a lot of meaning to this love. It's like you've built your life around it. You've built your house on this foundation. So the thought of having to let go or having to say goodbye or having something not become fully realized like we said, it's risky business. So the sun is setting on some kind of relationship. But there is more. And there is an answer here that is, it's plain as day. But you're not sure. It seems like there might be a better choice. And I think that that's why you're waiting. What is it about this person? I want 3 more cards about this prospect. Hold on one second. Hi. So we're going to talk about your cards one more time. And we don't have a lot of table room here to work with. So what I think I'm going to do is just hold them up so that you can see them as we talk about them. And we'll start up here with the Ace of Cups and the 9 of Wands. This to me is about the vulnerability that you exhibit naturally when you build relationships with others, platonic or otherwise. It can be a very vulnerable process because you give parts of yourself, you share yourself with others. But it's also very, it builds a strength as well for you as you go through it. I think that there's something that you gain when you, how do I want to say this? You put the work in for your relationships. I think they mean a lot to you, and I think you try. And to do this, to give yourself over to this process, is a very brave thing to do. You're letting people in, you're letting people see the real side of you, you're letting them see you. And I think that there are some really valuable relationships you've built over the years and that you still have in your life that you value greatly, that you would fight for. I said that the sun is setting on a relationship here, and I want to amend that because I don't think that one is ending. More accurately, it feels like one is evolving into something else entirely. And I think that there's some concern, about what that relationship is going to change into, because it means the death of the relationship that you once knew. Everything that you knew about it, that you associated with it, the security and peace that it brought you being in that, maybe it feels like it's at stake. And I think that's let's not be dramatic, let's not, all is not lost. And I don't think that you're really losing this person. I just think that as a natural part of life, people change, people evolve, and people grow. And this is just as much true for other people as it's true for you. So be careful not to, take things to the extreme and really interpret someone taking the next step in their life as them leaving you behind or switching up on you when they're doing what they were put here to do, which is to evolve, which is to grow. I think that it's possible for your relationship to become even stronger. You don't lose what you've built together. Those memories don't get erased. They don't just, dissipate. And it doesn't have to uproot and upend your life like you may think that it is going to. These relationships aren't your personality, and they're not everything you are. You can still be secure in yourself, and you can and still should see the value in yourself and in who you are, and know that you'll be able to continue on with your life and be genuinely happy for someone, and genuinely respect their decision when they've decided to change, or when they've decided that they want to grow up. Don't take this the wrong way. That doesn't mean that you're not. People can want things for themselves, and it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with you. But as someone who loves you earnestly, sincerely, and someone who you love earnestly and sincerely, you should respect their decision, and you should try your best to be happy for them, to celebrate them, because that is the right thing to do. There's a bond on the table here that is telepathic. You just get each other, you just have an understanding. It's not quite at the point that you finish each other's sentences. It's just that, what's understood doesn't need to be explained. I think that it's easy to talk to this person, it's easy to communicate with them. You may be dreaming about them, you may be dreaming about each other. But there's one last thing that you maybe want to say to them that you haven't yet, which is interesting when they're so easy to talk to. There must be some reason why you I'm not going to pry on that. All I'm going to say is just get it off of your chest, because what you don't want is whatever this is, keeping you up at night, and that you end up regretting not speaking up or not saying your piece. And I think that one of the worst things that you can do is to let your short-sightedness and let your disappointment or disgruntledness about someone's choice rob you of your opportunity to tell them how much you love them, or to tell them how much you care about them and value them, and about how much you would love for them to remain in your life. Now, there is a fire sign, and I think that this is yet another relationship that you value greatly, and I just want to caution you against trying to fill any voids around this time, or trying to, replace someone with someone else. You can have both. So, don't look at it as a replacement. Don't look at it like that. Rather, look at it as an embracing of everyone equally for where they are in their lives and for the value they add to your life. And see these people in your life as the complex individuals that they are, and love them uniquely, equally. There's a choice you have to make here, and I think that, there's something that you maybe think that this person doesn't have, or something that you might think is off there, or maybe needs a little bit of tweaking. but this is very minor. I can't stress that enough. It's so small, and it might not even be worth bringing up or mentioning to this person. I'll leave that up to you to decide. If you do decide to say something, if you do decide to address it, I have so much faith in your ability to be tactful. I have so much there's no questioning of your intentions here, and there's no questioning of your approach. I know that this is something that it's going to be you and this person working on the thing that needs to be fixed. And fixed, I feel like, is a strong word. It feels more like an alteration, or maybe something that just maybe needs special attention. But it's going to be you and this person working on whatever that is together, or at least that's how it should be, and less like you fixating and nitpicking and telling someone what they need to change or make better. So I think that you'll have more success if you approach it that way, as a group endeavor. And there's someone who I think I don't know why the word threatens is coming to mind. It's like they threaten to distract you, is what it looks like and feels like. But I don't think that it's malicious. I just think that it may be your own perception about your options that may steer you in a different direction. And it's going to seem at times when you're trying to make this decision that it's just going to be futile, or like you are just not really sure what's right. And to that I would say is take a step back, take a deep breath, and don't rest. I think there's an expression, don't rest on your laurels, but I gotta be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure what that means. I've never really used it in conversation. It's something I've just heard before, and something I'm being told to say right now. Do your homework on this, is the context that I'm being told to provide. And you should seek to understand beyond the obvious decision. Seek to understand and look beyond the distraction. You just don't want to lose sight of what really matters, and you don't want to fall back into doing things the way you've always done them because it's comfortable and easy for you to do. Allow yourself to be challenged. Allow yourself to have something different that could be fulfilling in a different way. And don't allow, the illusions that someone portrays or the facade that they portray to misguide you and lead you to choose incorrectly. I hope you found this helpful. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.